At 6, a North Carolina State Appeals Court will not block a lower court order requiring TikTok to hand over a list of 98,000 meetings it recorded on Zoom.
The appeals court now ruling that it will keep the names of the participating judges secret for 90 days. TikTok argues Attorney General Josh Stein is violating the Fourth Amendment by seeking access to every Zoom video conference involving a TikTok employee.
Stein has been investigating TikTok since March of 2022.
And of course, Queen City News Chief Legal Analyst Clive Rhodes here to be able to explain to us now. A Wake County Superior Court judge has now set the compliance deadline for Friday. What needs to be done specifically in this case?
Turn over the documents. That's the quickest thing you could think of. It's like those movies where decides like, hey, I want all the information you have, and they show up with a truckload of information. That's what Josh Stein and Attorney General's office is expecting to receive. They don't need all 90,000, but he is saying we've identified videos from the original discovery that you've given us. And let me go ahead and make sure I help viewers understand this. When a litigation is filed, you get an opportunity to get the discovery. And if in the process of finding and looking through that discovery, you see other evidence, you can request that, hey, I found these other videos that you're referencing, send them to me. And that's what he did. And they state that TikTok refused to even send them a list of the videos, not even the videos, but the list of the videos. So then they went to court. The court granted them access to it. TikTok came back and said, no, Your Honor, we don't have to give it to them. And the court issued a stay, which meant they paused it for a minute. And then recently on Friday, the court removed that stay and forced TikTok to give over the documents. And so now, and when I say documents, that's just saying discovery, if it's video, audio, or paper. In this case, they're looking for Zoom calls. They want to see if they have their employees talking about the various things that they're alleging, specifically what they're doing towards the children.
Well, the TikTok attorneys for them are alleging the Fourth Amendment is violating the search and seizure amendment, though. If so, how is that happening?
The violation would be they don't have access to everything. What they're attempting to say is they're going on a fishing expedition, and when you actually are in the discovery process, it has to be narrowly tailored, and that's why I mentioned their Attorney General's office is saying, no, we have identified the videos that we want. We want this specific batch of videos because we have references to those in previous documents. They're not saying we want all 90,000. We just need these specific videos, and you guys aren't complying with giving us those specific videos. TikTok's argument is that because you're attempting to get all of these videos that have nothing to do with this case, now you're violating the rights of the individuals that are on there. You're violating the Fourth Amendment because you have no legal access to get it. And so that's maneuvering, just another way of delaying them turning over the documents, and that's what the court said. Okay. You still got to give them the documents.
So there's a lot of back and forth with this, and it kind of gets to be a little confusing, but what are we missing with this case?
We're missing that the underlining portion of them proving their case, and when I say them, the Attorney General, they need to be able to review these documents to be able to say, listen, you guys knew that your platform is illegally targeting children.
Okay.
And so for them to be able to prove their case, they got to be able to see, well, what are you talking about in these meetings? Did you know that this is something that was taking place? Was there some whistleblower inside that said, hey guys, our platform is actually targeting children and we should stop? They're looking for something like that in the documents, in the video, and if they see that in the Zoom calls, then they would say, hey, we got them.
Right.
We got the smoking gun.
It'll certainly open up to a lot of other states and even the federal government possibly wanting to do something like that.
100%. I mean, if you think about it, the attorneys generals across the country have sued them. Utah, other states have jumped on this lawsuit. So it's not just North Carolina, but it seems like Attorney General Stein, maybe in the case of running for governor right now, deciding to be at the forefront of this litigation and pushing the hardest out of all the other states to ensure that TikTok complies, not just with his request, but with the court's demand. Like he said in December, he says TikTok does not get to choose which parts they can comply with. So he's coming pretty hard for TikTok to ensure that they follow the law.
Absolutely. All right, Clive Rhodes, thank you so much for your insight.